Hello, my name is Gabe Gann, and I'm excited to share this presentation with you today. This is the Information Effect Project, and it is going to be on homelessness. And this presentation is geared mostly towards students, but really anyone that's interested in the current state of homelessness. I wanted to start off by giving an outline of what I wanted to cover in this presentation. First off, I was going to discuss what is homelessness, next go over some major causes of homelessness, cover a few quick facts, and then I wanted to dive into some statistics and numbers around homelessness, starting off with homelessness by state, looking at demographics by age, and then going over the current state of homelessness and wrap things up with long-term effects that homelessness can have on people. So let's take a look at what homelessness is. Well, the Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines it as having no home or permanent place of residence. And it's actually quite a broad term because it can cover people in all sorts of scenarios, whether that's someone living out of their car, living in a homeless shelter, just couch hopping from friends' houses, someone living on the streets. There's so many different scenarios that fall under that homelessness umbrella. Now, there are a lot of different causes of homelessness, but let's take a quick look at the 7 major causes. First is lack of trustworthy relationships. Next, unfortunately, is illnesses and disability, abuse. There are a lot of people that are working, but they fall under that poverty line, and so they don't make enough money to afford housing. Unemployment, again, lack of affordable housing. And the last one is personal hardship, which is a pretty broad term. It can cover things from natural disasters, people with medical issues. There's so many different areas that can fall under that personal hardship that can lead to someone being homeless. Here are a few quick facts about homelessness. The first is every night, more than 300,000 men, women, and children in the US stay in homeless shelters. An additional 200,000 or more spend each night unsheltered, whether that be on the streets or in the other locations. And about 20% of homeless people in the US are considered chronically homeless, or that they're homeless for extended periods of time. Here you'll see a graph of the estimated rate of homelessness in the United States, and it's separated by state. One thing I found really interesting about this is the high concentration of homelessness in DC. It's almost double anywhere else in the United States. It's followed by the state of New York and a few others after that. And on the other end of the spectrum, you'll see Mississippi and Alabama have the lowest rates of homelessness per 10,000 people. I'm doing this presentation in the state of Utah, and we're right around the middle, so we're pretty average when it comes to homelessness. Let's take a look at another graph. This one here shows homelessness split up by age group. So as you can see, the vast majority of people that are homeless in the United States are over 24 years old, falling at just over 91%. The next group is 18 to 24, and then you can see just under 1% are minors, people that are under 18 years old that are currently homeless. I really like this quote from HUD, so I'll go ahead and read it word for word. It says, while the overall number of people experiencing homelessness in 2022 increased slightly compared with 2020, it rose significantly for individuals, people with disabilities who experience long-term homelessness, and people in unsheltered settings. Single individuals not part of a family household continue to represent the largest group of people experiencing homelessness. Homelessness among single individuals increased by 3.1%. The number of chronically homeless individuals with disabilities experiencing homelessness for long periods of time, increased by 16% between 2020 and 2022. I find the information on this slide really important and unfortunately not too surprising, and that is that being homeless can often shorten your life expectancy. And there are a number of reasons why that might be the case, but a large one is that oftentimes people that are homeless don't have access to proper medical care. So if they're sick, if they're struggling with mental illness, different things like that, they often go undiagnosed and untreated for far too long. They're also often victims of substance abuse and violence and things like that as well. And it's estimated that it can take 20 to 30 years off of someone's life expectancy. Thank you so much for listening and watching this presentation. I hope you learned something while going through this. I know I learned quite a bit while making this presentation, and I hope you have a great day. And here is a list of my references.